This segment of GTC is brought to you by Twist Face, designed for straight distance. Only an M3 and M4 from TaylorMade.
Welcome back to our Open Championship preview special. Lots of new TaylorMade bag in the gear this week at Carnoustie. Over the next few weeks, we're going to take a look at some of that gear. But a very successful launch this year already with the M3 and M4 product line, including the irons and all the great stuff that goes in to building a state-of-the-art equipment like M3, M4. Bob Weeks had the opportunity to speak to the man behind the product, Tomo Bystedt, earlier this year. Let's hear from Tomo.
Talking irons here with Tomo Bystedt of TaylorMade, and Tomo, two new irons for you this year, and one of them has a technology that might have had its foundation in a hockey stick, is that right?
Well, the name is from a hockey technology with rib core. The technology is a little bit different, but they have some similar roots in terms of providing additional stiffness and stability to the product, but obviously in terms of the application of it, it is quite different at the end of the day.
Okay, M3, M4, walk us through what's new and what's exciting about these new clubs.
Okay, so the M3 and M4 are basically our new 2018 kind of game improvement irons, and they come in sort of two different flavors. The M4 is really your slightly bigger, more game improvement model, whereas the M3 is it has that same technology but in a smaller, more compact, more workable package. The big technology really in these is the rib core technology, which really provides incredible forgiveness really on off-center hits and straighter distance, and we're doing that by reducing the energy losses in the head. So essentially the stiffness bars that are running on the outside of the face slots stabilize the entire head. So when you get a miss hit, typically on an iron, it would deflect a lot and lose a lot of energy. This iron, it stays rigid while allowing the face to flex and deliver that COR. So really delivering a lot of ball speed and a lot of straight distance, and that is true for both of these models.
You were kind of giving the example when you explained this to me about a trampoline that had sort of noodles on the outside, right?
Yes.
You walk through that, because that's a good way to sort of
absolutely
understand
yeah. So the way to think about rib core is when you have a fast face iron, the structure is very thin, very light. And essentially, even though you have a fast trampoline, if the perimeter isn't supporting it, it doesn't deliver energy back to the ball properly. It kind of loses a lot of energy around the perimeter. And again, like a trampoline that you're jumping on where the edges aren't rigid and it's loose, you're not going to get that rebound. So with stiffening the perimeter, this face slot's cutting all the way through the face, we're able to still retain that really flexible face. Again, so think about it as a stiff edge trampoline with a really flexible center.
M3, give us a little difference of the two that might, this is a little bit smaller head,
yes.
A little bit.
So with the M3, you're going to notice, first of all, straight away on the rack, a narrower sole. As you put it down behind the ball, you're going to see a little bit of a thinner top line, a reduced offset, a little shorter blade length. And as you hit the product, you're going to notice also the M3 being a little bit more workable. If you like to hit draws, fades, maybe a little punch shot, the M3 is probably the better club for you. And also, it's still going to offer that same level of forgiveness and distance that you're going to see in M4.